All right. Looks like we are live. I'm going to get a brand new first look, honest reaction right now at the top of our AP Top 25. Let me type in this message real quick. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Believe me, I get tired of saying that myself. Once we get up to like 100, 200 people, you'll never have to hear me say that again. So like and subscribe to the channel, and once we get some subscribers on there, I will never say that again. I get tired of hearing it and saying it myself. All right, so let us get to the AP Top 25. Okay, so let's see. I'm not going to talk about all these other teams. I don't care. Um, well, this is interesting. Apparently, they don't have a number one team. I guess Georgia was voted off the face of the earth. How hilarious is that? There is no number one. They just started number two. So I guess Georgia is eliminated from the playoffs and history. Okay. All right. So moving up one, our first Big 12 team is the TCU Horned Frogs. Um, yeah, I'm okay with that. So let's see here. We know we got one SEC team, two, three. You know, they need to jump. They need to jump some people, but are all these people going to be undefeated? Either Bama's going to take another loss, or Tennessee, or Georgia. I'd love for it to be Bama, for them to take another loss and not go to the conference championship game. I'm just tired of hearing about Alabama. I don't know about y'all. And against some teams, so I don't know about them. Michigan and Ohio State are going to have to play each other if they keep going undefeated. So one of them is going to have a loss. I think they're in the same division anyway. So whether they go undefeated or not, I think they have to play each other. I think I'm right about that. Um, so anyway, my point being that TCU at 7 is nothing to be concerned about. If they win out, and maybe even if they have a loss, but a conference championship, it could be a playoff team. It depends on everybody above them, but they're not too far out to where it's going to be a hindrance to them. They're getting all the love in the world for being number 7, and deservedly so. They deserve it. Oklahoma State moved us up 2 after defeating Texas. Um, that was in that was at home that they beat Texas, but they still got the love for beating Texas by 7, 41-34. So good for them. Good for the Big 12. Got 2 top 10 teams once again. That's pretty cool. Uh, I say we deserve it because I think there's question marks for every single one of these teams that are in the top 10. I don't think there's a perfect team. Not Georgia, not Ohio State, definitely not Tennessee, definitely not Michigan, definitely not Clemson, and Alabama has struggled against Texas. They struggled against Texas A&M. They lost to Tennessee. They're not the same old Alabama. I don't think so. That doesn't mean that they won't win the rest of the games and win the national title, but they still have question marks. That's my point. So, do we deserve 2 top 10 teams? Absolutely. We have question marks too, but you know, we deserve to be in the top 10. I believe that with all my heart. And wow, not a lot of not a lot of love left for the Big 12. We only got one Big 12 team left, and that's Kansas State. Am I missing anybody? I don't think I am. I believe Texas has been booted out after their loss, but that gave them 3 losses, and there's not another 3 loss team in the top 25. So I guess it is what it is. Kansas State is our last one. They dropped 5 after their loss to TCU. Um, you know, I guess it's good that they're still ranked, but I do have questions about their quarterbacks now. Even when their starter is healthy, I have questions about their quarterback. I've been proven wrong thus far, but I think eventually by the end of this year, I'll be proven right that Adrian Martinez is not quite the answer, but he's impressed me some. So let's see here. Let's check out the coaches poll because I don't think the college football poll comes out yet. Yeah, not yet. So let's see what changes in the coaches poll. Well, Georgia exists. They really are a team. I could have sworn they were. So in this one, TCU also moved up from 8 to 7. You know, they can't move up a lot because there's still a lot of undefeated teams above them, other than Alabama, who, of course, they're going to be ranked above undefeated teams. That is a little bit of disrespect, though, huh? That's the only undefeated team ranked below Alabama is from the Big 12. That's BS. Let me see. There are no Pac-12 teams ranked above. There are undefeated Pac-12 teams left. So there you go. But Oregon is ranked above Oklahoma State. They both have one loss. Okay. I don't agree with that. Okay, so similar to the other poll, also exactly like the other poll, Oklahoma State moves up from 11 to 9. Good for the coaches. Good for the coaches poll that voted that way. And are these exactly the same? I think they are exactly the same. Kansas State drops down 5, down to 22, and no other Big 12 teams. That's interesting to me. Did anything at all change? Well, other than they kicked Georgia out of the poll. Okay, so we don't have a number 11 team because USC and Wake Forest, Demon Deacons tied. Let's see if that's the same in the coaches. It is not. Okay, so these are different polls. I was wondering there for a second. The AP writers and the coaches seem to be in lockstep with how they feel, other than the fact that the AP apparently hates Georgia. So where's all that East Coast bias I keep hearing about? Georgia's on the East Coast. They're in the Southeast. They're close. All right, so not as much to talk about this week. Only got 3 teams in the top 25. Texas was kicked out. Kansas was kicked out last week. And, there's just not enough good candidates yet. Going to need somebody else in the Big 12 to step up if we want to get a 14. At one point, had Baylor beaten West Virginia, I truly believe we were going to have 6 teams ranked in the top 25, but that didn't happen, and now we're down to 3. I would imagine we will see a 4th team. We just need somebody to step up. Maybe it's Texas needs to step up. It's going to be, we got the 3 best candidates are going to be Texas Tech, Baylor, and the University of Texas. So that's who we got if we're going to have a 4th team ranked in the top 25. It don't matter, but it's fun to talk about. And I think that's going to do it for today for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. And Sic 'em Bears.